Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all having a great day and that you are all doing well. To start things off, IOTA is currently participating in the Plus City exchange through 12 different tasks. The initiative has recently been accepted by the European Commission to begin or become a smart city lighthouse project. The information was released by IOTA in a blog post a couple of days ago. The Plus City Exchange is a confirmed lighthouse project, part of the EU Horizon 2020 Smart Cities and Communities topic. The project was reviewed by different experts and became one of the top 11 proposals. The project aims to develop, test, and facilitate the adoption of technologies to create, discover, and trade renewable energies in specific cities. The main goal is to create positive energy districts, allowing for all the energy they consume to be produced by districts themselves. The initiative has different work packages that focus on different areas of energy positive smart cities. Each of these packages has different tasks. IOTA is present in 12 of these tasks. Some of these initiatives related to IOTA include standard project management activities, development and planning the commercialization and exploitation of these new technologies. IOTA said, "We are excited to be involved in this project and look forward to what can be achieved in the next 4 years. The use of IOTA technology and these smart city testbeds is a crucial step for us." First, wonderful. Second, we continuously hear about IOTA and their projects, and I think it's also just one of the more, what's the word? Illogical parts of the market. Normally, in any other market, if we even step away from cryptocurrency for a moment, if a project has continual partnerships and we know that they're being used in some sort of way or capacity, usually the stock or value of said thing tends to go up. We don't hear about IOTA as much as we may hear about Bitcoin and or Ether or Ripple. Even, I was going to say Litecoin. We actually hear about IOTA a fair amount more than we do about Litecoin. But IOTA's daily trading volume is also almost nothing. Once again, I was listening to a podcast yesterday. I wish I could remember the name of it. It was, don't remember. It was it was called like just the headlines or something like that. And they were going over what's been happening the last week within the cryptocurrency space. And they were mentioning how I think Monero and like many other major coins that we have had for a number of years, their trading volume is almost completely nothing right now. It's actually kind of weird, especially given that we tend to get good news about them. We know that there are updates happening. We know that there are new projects that they're working on. We know that there are new investment strategies, partnerships, what have you, so on and so forth. So the point being, thus far, I mentioned especially in 2018 as well that I was actually quite surprised at everything that IOTA had been doing, mainly because cryptocurrency prices, as they were going down, many companies had simply decided to not give any more information, partnership news, anything that could have been misconstrued as good news and or news in general. 2018 was relatively dry for what we normally had in 2017. But along the way, IOTA continuously had partnerships mainly within Europe, which is something that I also found very fascinating because everyone at the time was desperately trying to focus on getting some type of a foot in the door within the United States. But at the moment, or rather then, IOTA was heavily focused on trying to open up as many things as possible within the European Union or just within Europe, which was also kind of like people just weren't as interested in opening up things in Europe as they were in certain parts of Asia or within the States. Even just like within the last couple of, as like an example of what IOTA's been up to, this is from yesterday as well. It says IOTA announces a new partnership with Furware Foundation to construct digital economy blockchain solutions. IOTA, where's the words? There we go. IOTA and Sulka partner up to accelerate machine as a solution services. IOTA Foundation partners with Linux Foundation to co-develop LF Edge framework, and even the more so one that didn't really get a lot of attention before for some odd reason. We know that IOTA has also partnered with Jaguar Land Rover. And I think as you're driving, I think you get IOTA. I believe as you charge your car, you get IOTA. I think you can also have your car share traffic information, and then you're also rewarded in IOTA. I think you can also then pay in IOTA at future electric charging Jaguar Land Rover stations that may be littered around Europe or the world. One, rather 3 or 4, whatever number I was on, not financial advice. It's more of a, it's nice to hear that they're doing well or that they're getting tons of partnerships despite what their price might be. But it's still weird that the price is not reacting regardless of what news that we actually might be getting for IOTA. Anyway, a lot of the projects that they have been signing up to usually tie into some type of like a smart city solution or smart Internet of Things, network, blockchain, tangle, city, connected type thing. So let's see if all of this actually, I want to say, comes to fruition. It's expected that by 2023, a lot of homes will have some type of a smart device in their home that controls this and controls that. Let's see if IOTA is a huge part of that economy in the coming years. Very, very fascinating that they have so much good news all the time. Not even that the price is going down. Every price is usually going down over the course of a while, but that their trading volume is also very low, as if they almost don't exist. Quite fascinating. Next up, the former managing director of the World Gold Council and the portfolio manager behind SPDR Gold, shares Jason Toussaint, is developing a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund, surprise, surprise, with boutique asset manager Cryptoin Investment Advisors. The Delaware-based firm has filed an initial registration statement with the SEC. The fund in development for 2 years would track the CME CF Bitcoin reference rate to reflect Bitcoin's actual market price. While declining to disclose the fund's management fees, the filing said it will process creations and redemptions and accrue its management fee solely in Bitcoin. In an exclusive interview with CoinDesk, Toussaint, who is also Cryptoin's head of exchange-traded products, said the benefits and challenges when it comes to Bitcoin as an asset class are similar to what they were when Gold Council brought SPDR Gold shares to the market. There was a lot of learning the SEC had to go through to fully understand and gain a level of comfort with the underlying gold market, end quote. I hate that they have to become comfortable with something so that everyone else can do whatever they want. The point being, this was all over the news because apparently he's very well known, as are many other people in his camp. They are apparently, I don't want to use the word heavyweights within the financial world. They're relatively well known for what they do, and the idea is that thus far, people who have been trying their time have been trying to launch a Bitcoin ETF, have maybe not been as well known, and this is why once again we get into that discussion about the people from Ledger X who had their proposal in before everybody else and were still rejected. Anyway, the point being, everyone's excited about this one. People keep trying to figure out the exact amount of exposure of Bitcoin that needs to be had before an ETF actually gets pushed through. Is the entire ETF completely denominated in Bitcoin? Are only the fees in Bitcoin? Is it weighted on this? Is it in reference to this? Is it supposed to be part of this, but it's actually denominated in fiat? There's always something, so everyone keeps trying different ways. The idea is that eventually one will get through. But I would just say, as a, not even a caution, just be realistic. These people don't like crypto, not that guy, but regulators. They don't really want anything in this space as far as we know to really get a leg up. So even this was a couple days ago. It says Bitcoin ETF hits another snag and approval won't come anytime soon, says researcher. Just leave that in the back of your head because this was everywhere. This was constantly on every single website that the Gold Council exec was making a new Bitcoin ETF. Wonderful. If it goes through, happy days, happy times. It won't go through. I mean, I can look and peer into the future and tell you that already. However, good luck, and I hope it works out for you. Let's move on. Next up, I don't think we went over this. Binance US has been constantly in the news. Users on Binance US, the newly launched US division of crypto exchange Binance.com, can now trade its BUSD. I was saying bust. People told me to say boost because it sounds nicer. I'm going to try and remember that, but it's bus with a D. I'm going to say boost. the company's US dollar-backed stablecoin and IOTA. According to the announcement, Binance US supports trading for Boost USD, Bitcoin Boost, and IOTA USD starting today. The exchange has also adjusted its fees. Its no-fee ACH limits to $30,000 for US deposits and withdrawals. The exchange says that all deposits will be held for 10 days before users can make withdrawals. Oof. Yeah, so that one part of news is that Binance US has added IOTA and Boost, BUSD. On top of that as well, directly, Binance US has announced on Thursday the listing of Dogecoin under Doge-/USDT, that's Tether. For now, only deposits are open until trading is live at 1 o'clock UTC. First launched in 2014, the coin pays homage to popular internet memes around the Shiba Inu dog breed. As of press time, the cryptocurrency has a 24-hour transaction volume of $7.85 million, according to Masari, which is nothing. The Dogecoin announcement was preceded by a slew of other listings. Here we go. Yeah, it was IOTA, Algorand, Zcash, Dash, and there were two other coins that they also recently announced. Maybe it was just last week. And then we know the other coins that they also have on their platform. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe Dogecoin is simply probably one of the most decentralized coins. And I mean as far as like the creator of it completely left the project because he hated that Dogecoin had a price. Not a joke. You can look it up. So maybe this is why you are Mary. Maybe that's why it keeps getting listed on different cryptocurrency exchanges. No one's really using it. There are no new partnerships. There's no new integration. No one's ever talking about being able to go into a store to buy stuff with Dogecoin. Maybe it's on some part of the internet that I'm just not a part of. Maybe it's still a very fascinating topic for a lot of people who are in that kind of space. But Dogecoin keeps getting listed on nearly every single cryptocurrency exchange. So at the moment, IOTA, Boost, and Dogecoin have all been added to Binance US for those of you who are using Binance US and were desperate to start trading your Doge. There you go. Next up, Bitcoin mining company Bitmain has officially launched a new mining farm in Rockdale, Texas, according to a company statement the other day. The facility has been under construction since late 2018 and currently covers 33,000 acres of the Lone Star State. Chair hurts. The building is set to handle an energy capacity of 50 megawatts, though Bitmain says it's looking to expand the station's capacity to over 300 megawatts. This would purportedly make it the largest Bitcoin mining facility in the world. Clinton Brown, Rockdale leading project manager for Bitmain, explained in a statement, "We are excited to launch this facility, which is significant to Bitmain's global expansion plans. The stable and efficient energy resources in Texas are fundamental to the inevitable growth or scale of growth of the cryptocurrency mining industry." For those of you who do not know who Bitmain is, they were very much in the news in 2017, 2018. They were, what was the other company? There was another company that was kind of seemingly like they would be close to what Bitmain was doing, but Bitmain has all but decimated any hopes that they had for a mining future. Bitmain is basically the largest mining company, facility owner on the entire planet. They got there, and now this is my opinion. A lot of people don't like what they're doing or what they've done as far as not monopolizing the market. They saw an opportunity and they grabbed it by the horns and they rode it. Other companies were more concerned, or rather people thought a long time ago that since Bitcoin mining would not become profitable for them because of the old computing systems that we had, it was widely believed, especially as we get closer to mining rewards getting cut in half, or or hash rate going up and stuff like that, and the tech that you may have at that time is not as useful as it once was a year before, that Bitcoin mining would simply not be profitable at a certain point and people would only be interested in owning Bitcoin as opposed to anything else. A lot of other people disagreed, mainly Bitmain and a couple of other companies, who came forward and pretty much were like, nope, we're going to do this. This is the next big frontier. Here's a little chart right here. Here's the controversial part, if you will. Bitmain is located or originates from China. For those of you not looking at the screen, it says pool concentration in China. 81% of Bitcoin's hash rate roughly comes from Chinese pools. 10% in Czech Republic, which I'm surprised about because we never hear about Czech Republic having any type of mining pool kind of thing. But the long story short, China controls around 81% of it, and it's right here. If you look at the chart, for those of you not looking at the chart, it's a pie chart. We used to go over this a lot. 2017, beginning of 2018, when Bitmain was always in the news because it was also reported that Bitmain was going broke. I guess that stopped happening. BTC.com, I think it's Ant Pool. Is it Slush Pool? The point being, 2018, we had news that apparently 42% of the Bitcoin hash rate was controlled by Bitmain. The point being, it's meant to be a hyper decentralized network. And lo and behold, one company had 42%, and then other people started doing a bit more digging. And they were like, well, there are other pools, and they think that they might also be within China as well, or simply might also be, controlled by Bitmain. And this is their way of trying to show that they are more decentralized. The super long story short, because this can go on forever. They look like they're expanding. A lot of people are asking why they're expanding. There are speculations that they could potentially be moving to other countries because they realize or could foresee potentially that China is also going to try and ban mining. They may have been told. Who knows how it works there? And therefore, this is why they're trying to move forward. We've also heard about other Bitcoin mining facilities that were supposed to be opening. There was also that, what was it, Crypto City, Crypto Town, somewhere in Nevada. Who knows if that's still even going on? The point being, other countries, and this is just, once again, this is my feeling, other countries saw the opportunity and they kind of ran with it. It's kind of like in 2017 where everyone was really upset for some reason that China, until they banned it, Japan and South Korea were controlling the cryptocurrency market as far as like they were buying the most, and everyone's like, why are they buying the most? And it's like, well, they see the opportunity. They see where this is all going. They see that it's big money to be made. So you can't really be upset with them when they're trying to take an opportunity that for some reason the other billions of people on the planet don't see. Anyway, I'm sure this will unravel into something ridiculous as the next couple of months roll on. Once people start doing calculations and realize that Bitmain probably owns or controls more than 81% of all the Bitcoin hash rate and maybe nearing 90%, that's when I think we'll see something similar to a crackdown happening, or, just other people around the world, a couple of the billion people could also just get into mining as well. That would also help. Anyway, let's move on. To kind of finish things off, I think so at least, the New York Department of Financial Services, or the NYDFS, is revisiting its controversial virtual currency license, the regulator said on Tuesday. Speaking at Georgetown University's Institute of International Economic Law during DC FinTech Week, NYDFS Superintendent Linda Lacewell said the agency was looking into the BIT license, which requires any companies conducting cryptocurrency transactions with New York residents to be licensed to operate within the state, even if the companies are based elsewhere. How ridiculous is that? The license, considered the toughest such state regulation in the country, has long been unpopular with blockchain startups who complain of onerous paperwork and long approval times. For those of you who don't know, many companies, I think 36 companies had applied for a BIT license, and I think over the course of 4 or 5 years, I think only 3 had been given the license. Yeah. Kraken, an exchange headquartered in San Francisco, chose to leave New York rather than comply. The Seattle-based Bittrex exchange was also forced out of New York earlier this year after failing to secure a BIT license. Lacewell told Georgetown's Chris Brummer, "This is a good time to take a responsible look, and see how our regime is fitting the current market, and what, if any, adjustments should we think about making to continue to adapt to sort of a changing industry. That's going to be one of the things that we do." But she warned the audience not to get too excited about what the review might result in. First of all, it's you that should be getting excited about the prospect of anyone wanting to do business in that state anymore. I'm sorry, it's completely true. You know how much money has left the United States and has left New York just because of the bit license? Can you imagine drafting imagine you writing a piece of paper. Imagine writing 6 pieces of paper, printing them out, and your family leaves you. Like you start losing your friends and you go, why don't I have any friends? What's going on? It couldn't be these 6 pieces of paper that have nonsense written on them. What could? And you start looking for more friends and you show them the paper and they go, no, I'm going to go the other way now. They should be excited about the idea that maybe they should be changing it so that they can possibly get money to flow back through that state once again. You know, the amount of times that I've read news, and I always feel, I legitimately feel bad when I read news about some new mega ultra crypto company opening. This is happening. This is going so and so and so. This is opening within the States. Finally, it's happening. And I go, it's available everywhere except for New York State and Alaska. It's happened thousands of times. I hope they get it together. I'm pointing to myself because I know that they won't. I know in my heart, any revision to this will only be more stringent, and I think they'll finally get it together around the year 2025 when they realize that cryptocurrencies have taken off, and for some reason, like, no one's opening in their state. It's such an entirely weird thing. I'm not sure. What is this one? Yeah, I mean, look at this. There's an article from 2018. It says 3 crypto exchanges may be operating illegally, New York says. You can say that? You can say if they're operating the amount of the amount of backlash that we've seen from US regulators against the cryptocurrency industry, and then a surprise that no one else is wanting to launch within their country, or that when they do launch something that the trading volume is excessively low and they're like, I wonder why. I wonder why that could be taking place. Money talks, BS walks, as the saying goes. They'll realize in a couple of years, many countries will as well. We are seeing the beginning of what is known as a brain drain, even just a money drain, and many of these cities, as many people have simply packed up their stuff and left. It's logical that it's going to happen. When you imagine applying for something and it takes 4 years for you to hear an answer, and then the answer is no, would you then, you yourself, reapply to try and open up back in that terrible place? Or would you simply go, oh, I can take a cab to the next city and then go to their people and go, yeah, it's totally fine. You can open up an office right down the block if you want to. The point being, sorry if I got a little riled up there, is that New York is apparently going to be reviewing their bit license. Nothing will change. I know it won't. I remember being surprised before. I remember asking people about a year ago, as if they would know. I was asking people, I was like, if you're in New York, can you tell me why this is happening? New York is normally, is New York, London, Dubai, Tokyo. There's a whole bunch of like financial hubs around the world. And one would assume that New York would have taken the chance and been like, oh my gosh, brand new sector. Let's give regulations, but a light sprinkle. Should something get out of hand, we'll add a little, another dab of something. But they went full force. Nobody wants to do anything in their city, in their state. Anyway, a little frustrating if you did not notice. But in the end, we aren't the ones to blame. And we won't be affected by what they're doing. I mean, unless you're in New York State. Don't forget, there's 50 states. And there's also Puerto Rico, which has 0% tax rate on crypto. So just gonna throw that information out there. As always, I'd unplug the phone without unplugging the wall. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Bodie McBoatface, Yes to Crypto, Miller Hitch Test Every Day, and Kyle Skips Leg Day. Minting Coins, Jeremy Fox, Jim Gardner, Anthony Charles, Nick Mangialavori, Paxis, Crypto Beer Shipmate, Vlad the Impaler, Richie Rich III, Nick Kanaya, Setsuna, Damien, Nicholas, One Earth, One Peace, One Love, Cryptopolis, Crypto Artist, Cold D3D, Strange Radio Central, Mechanic, Mill, Wheezy, Adobo, Bankroll Network, Crypto Joe, 242 to the World, Wise Night Owl, Jared Schneider, Triple M and J, Woody and Daisy, Brady Niels, Master Ventures in Thailand, Mohair Moroni, Adam Graysick, Todd Mullis, and Professor Wally from Gun Bot University. Thank you all very, 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 very much for your support at the moment. The cryptocurrency market is green. Don't get your hopes up, because it could be red. However, there seems to be an uptick in momentum. There's an upward force. People are trying to make money. Coins haven't recovered from where they were a couple of days ago. They're not that far off from where they were a couple of days ago. Bitcoin is currently only up by 0.5%. I would not be shocked if by the end of the day, this is another move down. XRP is currently almost up by 4%. I think it was at 30 cents last time we saw it before the great crash of 2 days ago. Not a crash, I know. I said that there was a crash or something like that like a couple of weeks ago, and people were like, it's not a crash. I got it. Please don't bite my head off. Illogically, not gonna name any names, people are still throwing their money into scams. And I know that some people don't like me saying that, but in 5 years, if the coin you're holding has no value and you realize that it has no value, there's no one to get upset with but yourself if you're putting your money into a scam coin. Tron is up by 6.27%. No news for Tron. However, I think they're called Tronix people, Tron heads, Tronixers are actively in the market once again. Anything else that's really surprising? Actually, where's IOTA? I feel like I already passed it. Yeah, look at this. IOTA has $2.2 million worth of 24-hour trading volume. For comparison, Monero has 150. Chainlink has 208 million. Huobi token has 81 million. It's very weird. Even Cosmos has 127 million, while IOTA only has 2.2. Very, very weird. The cryptocurrency market that we are currently living in. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. What's today's date? It's Friday. Hope everyone enjoys their Friday. I hope that work goes quick. Hope that hope that there's a way for you to get out of work early. That's a nice way of saying it. I always say ask your boss. I live in a really weird fantasy world as if your boss is going to be like, sure, you don't even have to come in today. Just enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend. Thank you all once again for watching and or listening, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.